Three. Hello everybody, Paul Richards here with HuddleCamHD, as you can see, and I have Patrick Kirby here with me as well.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Thanks for being here, Pat. Today's episode is on wireless audio. We've got some really cool products to review. In fact, Pat, you reviewed one of them. You reviewed the brand new Samson XP D1.
D1. Yeah. Yeah, that was actually a surprisingly nice product. Some great audio out there. Really straightforward, continues that trend of wireless USB audio that I think people really like. It's a super easy solution to a lot of audio problems. And, I just did some test footage with one in the classroom. It worked really nicely.
So we're going to show that off in a minute here. I wanted to show all the products we have to display here and some test footage. So I'm using a DPA microphone. It's called D-Fine. I'll zoom in onto it in a little bit here. But basically, this product is $500. It is what they use in The Hobbit. It's what they use on Broadway. It's when budget's not an issue, you get a DPA microphone. Now, it's not wireless, but it can be wireless using a Shure lapel mic system, because it basically is just an XLR microphone, which is a standard mic, and you can actually plug it into a standard belt pack, Shure belt pack, which we'll talk about, and make basically the best wireless microphone system possible. Now, Pat, you're using a headset mic as well, but it's kind of like a less expensive Logitech Bluetooth mic.
Yep. It's just a standard Logitech model. It's a one speaker and microphone headset. To do some calls here at my desk. Some of the headset options are nicer because if you're just using a chat pod or something, and you're at your desk, you're trying to do it alone, you can kind of pick up a lot of things like that.
Amber Alert. Anyway, that's funny. Came through both our iPhones. So you can tell that Pat's microphone obviously is a much less audio quality than the one I'm using now. You can just hear it. It's just, it almost has a scratchiness to it, Pat. It's not your fault, obviously. It's just a cheap Logitech Bluetooth headset that people use for conferencing. And it's wireless, which is good, and it's easy. You got an earbud, so I'm glad we have that to kind of compare. A lot of times what we used to use was Shure lapel mics. And lapel mics are great because a lot of people don't want to put anything on their ear or next to their head. But if you look at some of our past videos when me and Pat used to use lapel mics, a lot of ruffling would happen on the shirts, and you'd kind of hear a lot of ruffle. But what I wanted to show was that these Samson mics that we're going to be demonstrating, and Pat's got a really cool video, you can get it in either a lapel or a headset. So obviously headsets are much nicer, but it's really kind of like a personal preference thing, wouldn't you say, Pat?
Yep. I know. I've heard some teachers, in my conversations, that they prefer the lapel mainly because it sits there out of the way, and that's fine. Sometimes it's easier to take on and off, but the headsets are nice because they sit up here. Not clipping it to your shirt, not the ruffle that you were mentioning. So it is preference. And I believe there's also a handheld solution as well with some of this Samson stuff.
There is actually, and I have it here. So this is the handheld version, and I'm going to zoom in on all of this in a little bit, guys, so if you can't see it, don't worry right now, but this is the handheld version. So there's actually 3 versions. You're right, Pat, and here's the little dongle. It's just you plug it USB right into your laptop, and literally it's plug and play, and that's what people want, I think, is just a plug and play device. It's $99. You can't beat it. But we wanted to show a range of devices, and how do you kind of select what you want here? And really the question comes down to, are you conferencing with a group of people, or are you doing a recording/live broadcast? If you're doing just a recording with just yourself, you really don't need any two-way audio back and forth. You're just recording something, for later use, and that's where these products come into play. But if you are in a conference room, Pat, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Huddle Pod Air that we offer that does a little bit of a different approach for that kind of conference room space?
Definitely, right? So the Huddle Pod Air is a great product. I actually have one at home. It's really nice for meetings and conferencing with, my family, my sister and brother-in-law live in Virginia Beach, so I use it to talk to them. And it's a similar idea. It's a wireless USB speakerphone. Plug in that USB dongle to a 2.0 port. It creates its own 2.4 gigahertz signal and connects directly to the Huddle Pod Air. So that's a nice, super easy aspect. Just plug it in, you're up and going. It's perfect for those tables of about 6 to 8 people, about a 10-foot table, where you just put it in the middle, no wires to it. You're using it with your Zoom room or your GoToMeeting or your Skype call, and it has all the nice features as well, the echo cancellation, the reverb, and all those features that make a nice microphone and audio conferencing experience.
Yeah, so and that's actually, we use that pretty much regularly when we're doing conferencing, video conferencing. But when we're doing live broadcasts like this, we don't need that two-way communication so much. So we usually prefer something along the lines of one of these wireless audio solutions. There's another picture of the Huddle Pod Air. It is very similar because it is just plug and play USB. It's the same kind of thing where there's just a plug and play, boop, goes into your computer and just is picked up in Skype for Business or WebEx or Skype. Let's take a closer look at these Samson models, Pat, and then I want to show the video that you did. So tell us a little bit about this one that you were taking into like a classroom, and I guess it was like a headset device.
Yep, headset device, and then just a nice little pack there. Once again, you can see the USB dongle and the receiver and the transmitter. It's just a little belt pack. I think it took 2 AA batteries. And then that was it. It was really, really straightforward. It was a headset mic, nice little wire so you could bend it, form it to your head, and just kind of fit around the ears like that. And it's really straightforward. It's amazing when it's kind of that easy. I don't have much to say about the setup because you put in the batteries, adjust the gain, and plug in that USB dongle right into your PC and pull it up in your software. And it was that straightforward.
So we opened the box. I'm not going to do an opening of the box right now, but proof is really in the pudding when it comes to what did it sound like. So Pat, let's listen to you walking around into a classroom yesterday and really showing it off, because apparently they say they can go up to 100 feet operating range, which is pretty incredible over USB. So let's listen to your test footage here.
Yeah, sounds great.
Go over the Samson XPD1 headset here. It's a USB digital wireless system. You got a wireless receiver built into the USB stick. Comes with a little USB dongle here, and it's a nice little headset. Belt pack transmitter operates for 8 hours. Includes a low-profile headset microphone. Easy pairing for fast setup. Very similar to other USB-based wireless systems. It's not Bluetooth. You don't have to go about pairing stuff. Has about 100-foot operating range, 2.4 gigahertz digital transmission, and compatible with several other USB wireless ports. And there's an adapter to connect it to your iPhone, your iPad, and other tablet devices. And I just want to show you, kind of walking around the classroom here, that you do have a nice wireless setup. You should be able to hear me fine. We have the wireless dongle set up. It's just plugged into my laptop back there. Really straightforward, really easy audio. Just a small little USB dongle into a USB 2.0 port. It's a wireless headset. Just got the belt pack here with a standard headset microphone that came with it, and you're ready to go. That's all you need to get set up. No special drivers or anything. No need to pair anything via Bluetooth. You're just ready to go. Just a simple AA batteries, and you're good.
So Pat, that was a great example in a classroom scenario. I'm really impressed with that audio quality.
Yeah, it was shocking. Once again, and super easy. It was everyone. We didn't show the setup, but it is that straightforward. You just plug in that USB dongle, two AA batteries, and you're ready to go. Just the gain level, which it came. It came with a nice little tweaker right there in the unit itself, so you can just adjust it on the fly. And that was it. That was pretty straightforward. It was amazing. Exactly. I would think remote learners, definitely teachers, uh, recording to either directly to a PC or they're going out via video conference. You know, maybe even something like a TED talk where they don't necessarily need to get that back, but something similar like that where you give it to a presenter, it's going out to a live stream while you know they don't need to receive audio communication back.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like my microphone actually dropped out for a second there. Um, I'm actually using a audio mixer with a USB extension that must have a little hairy stuff. But yeah, I mean, you really can't beat this because there is nothing to really get in the way. I mean, you just tried it. The only that I could see people having is actually having the battery go out. Like there's two AA batteries in there. Maybe after 8 hours, the battery could go. But audio is something that I've been paying a lot more close attention to because it's so important. And if you doesn't matter how good your video is, if they can't hear you clearly, they're not gonna be able to capture your message fully.
Yep, and that was the nice part is and you still have to consider ease of use. It was wireless, it just USB in, and you're up and running. Think of on the go, mobile classrooms, situations where you just gotta get up and running relatively quickly. You got that 5 minute setup time, and you just plug the USB in, turn on your battery pack, and you're good to go.
All right. Well, thanks so much for taking the time, Pat. That's all. That's pretty much all we have today. A great review of these new Samson microphones. I almost feel like I overpaid for this DPA because the audio quality on that was pretty incredible.
Yep, and check it out. We did some other test footage with it, so feel free to check it out. Feel free to go to our website. You can also see lots of more information there.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time, Pat. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be taking questions in the chat, and thanks for watching.
Take care, everybody.